Hello, welcome back to Mr. Jwags' channel for another exciting episode of the Dohyo. Today we are going to be talking about the March 2020 Basho that will be taking place with absolutely no spectators. Yay! Stall through?
Hakuho!
Throw the salt, get in the ring. Welcome to the Dohyo!
As you all have probably heard, the March Basho is going to be held in Japan, even though there is the coronavirus pandemic currently happening all over the world. So they are going to do the sumo tournament. They're going to hold the tournament just in a completely empty Osaka gymnasium. The only people allowed there are going to be people who work there and camera crews, which is going to be interesting. So I'm going to try to go through the BANZUKE, talk about any exciting things we're talking about, get my predictions on record, and then we're going to open it up to the house, see what you all think in the comments and on the line. So I was very torn when I first heard about #GHOSTBASHO happening. I was very excited as a sumo fan, like, yay, I'll get to watch the sumo. And but as a former wrestler who has been injured many times, I'm like, oh, they really could have used that rest. We are going to be doing a very special episode of the Dohyo at some point in the near future about injuries. So if you have any resources, thoughts, anecdotes, opinions, hopes, dreams, put them in the comment. Let's talk about it. Now, the only real surprise on the BANZUKE for me was Tokushoryu. He went all the way up from Megashira 17 to Megashira 2. Megashira 2, if you watch the deep dive I did on Tokushoryu, you now know is his highest rank ever. Tokushoryu doesn't even seem to think he's going to be doing that well up at M2. But, a couple things working in his favor. Number one, he has had more chance to rest than any other first-time champion, probably in about a decade, because they have curtailed a lot of the public celebrating and public events in Japan right now. So he has not been available to go out every night and be celebrated as the new champion, which sometimes results in sort of a championship hangover the next tournament. The other reason I think Tokushoryu might be at a slight advantage is that there haven't been as many cross-stable practices and just like large open-to-the-public things where Tokushoryu's technique could be exposed. As again I mentioned in the deep dive on Tokushoryu, he won a lot of wins with that sort of hit and shift at the bales. And if I notice it, some D-bag with a blue screen, I'm sure that every other wrestler noticed it whose job it is to be good at sumo wrestling. My prediction for Tokushoryu is 6 wins. 6 wins. I would not be surprised if he got 8. I do not expect it. I'm going to say 6 wins, and let's hope he has a fun time. As we can see, this BANZUKE has sort of divided itself. We have a lot of the younger guys in their prime now sort of pushing their way up to the top of the BANZUKE, where they're sticking around for a bit. And a lot of the non-Yokozuna older guys are sort of pushing their way down the BANZUKE. It's very much split right now. The only young guys we really have in the very bottom of the BANZUKE are Meisei, who's coming back from an injury, and Koto Nuwaka, who is coming up for the very first time. I personally don't see any of the current old and creaky veterans at the bottom of the BANZUKE leaping up and pulling a Tokushoryu surprise, but then again, none of us saw a Tokushoryu surprise coming, hence the term Tokushoryu surprise. Trademark. Things look good right now. Kakuryu's looking great in practice. Hakuho, there's nothing coming out that he's looking injured. Takakeisho looks like he's okay. We may have a healthy, if very, very small in numbers, Sanyaku. I'm very excited about the sort of youth movement that is now happening as we see the older guys filter down. Some of the younger, more exciting guys are filtering up. Yutakeyama's back up in the Joy Jin. Onosho's back up there. Abi hopefully will be coming back from injury strong. Go Abi face punch! If this is sort of the beginning of the end for a lot of these older guys like Kaisei and Chiyotairyu and Ikioi and Tochinoshin, I'm really going to miss these guys. But it's time for the new hotness. That's the way sumo works. Time for the new hotness. I mean, I think we're at a point right now where Shodai might be the oldest person in the Sanyako who's not a Yokozuna. Shodai! What? How do we think he's going to do at Sekiwake? I think he's going to do not as well as last tournament. Last tournament, of course, he got 13 wins and ended up with the GHOSTBASHO. I think this tournament, Shodai and Tokushoryu are going to have a big target on him, and everyone is going to be going through their matches and really focusing and gambarizing for those matches. Like I said, Tokushoryu is going to win 6. I think Shodai is going to win 9 and hold his Sekiwake rank. I do not think he is going to get a GHOSTBASHO, but I will think he will get 9 wins and continue an Ozeki run. Now, I was thinking about this and talking about it online with a lot of people. A lot of you think that the GHOSTBASHO is not going to affect them at all. I just have to disagree as a person who has made a living in front of audiences. There is a difference between having a camera in your face and having a whole lot of people in the room. It is just a tangible energy difference. The wrestlers I think that are going to be most affected by the sort of GHOSTBASHO effect are going to be the wrestlers that have like the really elaborate pre-show introductions where they're like doing the stretch, or they're doing like the thigh slap, or they're doing like the whoo, like Takayasu. Those are lots of fun, but they're meant to like build the crowd up, and I think that's going to be less fun when like Tertsuyushi just grabs a whole bunch of salt and nothing happens. The wrestlers who I think will do well are the ones who have a tendency to beat themselves in their own mind. So I think this may help wrestlers who we've seen do very well but not be insanely consistent to the degree we are used to. So I think guys maybe like Asanoyama, maybe Mitakeyumi, maybe Takakeisho will finally be able to just focus and get in that like just perfect like headspace that I've seen him try to get in, that very sort of like Zen focus headspace that he likes to get into. Another thought is I think it's going to be a very good tournament for Hakuho, assuming he has any working limbs. Hakuho has made a living just living in the headspace of every single Makuuchi division, every single sumo wrestler for about a decade and a half now. And I have to believe, in a big, booming, empty room, walking down that long hallway, and all you've got in that room is Hakuho. That's gotta be pretty intimidating. The way I'm gonna do things this time is I'm going to have a bold prediction and then like a sub-prediction that's even bolder. Alright, prediction number 1. Asanoyama is going to make Ozeki after this tournament. Bold! Even more bold, he's not going to get 12 wins. I do not think Asanoyama is going to get to the 33 wins over 3 tournament standard, but the fact that we are running out of Ozeki will make them want to push him up a little bit. Bold prediction 2. A Mega Shira is going to win the tournament. I think personally it's going to be one of the top 5 Mega Shira ranks. Personally, bold prediction, Mitakeyumi. He's a wrestler who's already won 2 Yusho. We always seem to forget about him. He's still in his prime, and I think the fact that it is going to be a quiet room may actually help him focus up a bit more and get some of the demons out of his head. Bold prediction number 3. Takayasu, Enho, and Endo will get Make Koshi. These are 3 guys who I think are injured right now. They're not fighting their best. Enho is not technically injured, but I believe he will get injured as he tends to do every tournament. Again, I think we've hit the ceiling right now for Enho. Bold prediction 4. Of our 2 remaining Yokozuna and Ozeki, we are going to lose one of them through Kyujo. My bold prediction, it's Takakeisho. So bold! Now the old softy prediction, the prediction deep in my sumo soul that I really want to happen, but I don't think will. I want Kota Shogiku to like pull out a Tokushoryu surprise. So my vote. So if we're gonna have someone just completely blow the roof off this thing and win from the lower Mega Shira ranks, let it be Kota Shogiku. Let's let him have one more good ride into the sunset. Thank you so much for joining us for these predictions for the March 2020 GHOSTBASHO. Again, like, subscribe. If you want to keep watching, please keep watching and tell all of your friends. We may have one more episode before the tournament starts. Maybe not. If not, I will catch you on the other side. Thanks for visiting the Dohyo!